Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the Sentient Sword, back with some more 7 Days to Die insane Iron Man survival Bloodmoon action. Today I decided once again that I didn't want to just film the Bloodmoon, just the shooting and what or throwing bombs or whatever. I want to show a little bit of progress, a little bit of things I got going on because what I didn't get to finish saying in the last episode was that I was wondering what I got cooking. Is that there's more to survival than just killing stuff and staying safe. One thing is that don't get complacent thinking that you're invincible. That's what I was saying in the last video. And the second part, I think, of a major part of surviving is that you have to have something to do. You can't just, yeah, I mean, I could survive by building like this big fort, turning on the game, and just stay inside all day long, all day, every day, never do anything, and just kind of basically run the clock out. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's possible to do it like that, but that's not, number one, that's not how I want to play it or how I want to be. And number two, it's like, if you're not playing the game, why even turn it on? You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to even boot it up if all you're going to do is just be AFK. So, I think there's stuff to do. I think that's, a big part of the game is being active, not surviving. Buttons confused here. Video game control bleed. But not just being, not just doing the bare minimum, but actually living. Like, I think you shouldn't just survive, you should live. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, let's go to the character. I am level 102. And, as you can see, I have not died. And it doesn't mean I've been hiding in the house the whole time. It's like, not that I won't say that I don't spend a lot of time in my base. I did kind of design it to be self-sustaining, which I hope you would do that. Why wouldn't you? You want to have to risk your butt every day to try to get something to eat or something to drink? I mean, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to, I mean, I don't think it's wise to live a difficult, I mean, unless you want that level of difficulty in the game, sure. But me personally, I believe it's wiser to move up in life, upgrade. As you can see, looking at my very first base, it was just that block in there. But as you can see, it's got a courtyard, it's got all the stuff. Now it's being used for, it's a farm. And then there's a water thing there, that way I can get something to drink when I'm over there. That's a tree farm. I keep everything in the game, although I think they've come out with some new models, some different tree types since the last couple of updates. So I have to check to see if this still contains one of each. But there's one, snow tree, oak tree, there's a pine tree. All the default stuff with no mods. Now, I mean, whatever trees that exist that you may be familiar with are due to a mod, that's cool, but I'm not using any mods or cheats, and just keeping the difficulty on insane, because why have it any other way? So, okay, and then while there is still time, let me see, let's look around. I have done one major upgrade. What is going on here? I'm losing my bearings here. All that stuff's looking good. In fact, it's taking too long. Okay, one major thing that I have maxed out my aviation, or not aviation, but my mechanics knowledge. And that leads to the creation of this bad boy, which I tried flying in, and really, it's just extremely easy and difficult to fly now as it was before. Let's go out to the courtyard. I was down here practicing. But oh yeah, baby. It's very difficult to control. And it needs a lot of room, so speaking of like projects and things to do, part of what I want to do, alright, part I want to do is get off this thing and put it up. Is build like a runway, some kind of launch platform, because you need a lot of like, it says copter. It says gyrocopter, but in actuality, it doesn't act as much as a helicopter as you would think it would. I hear beating, but don't see anybody. They probably are down in there. But hey, guess what? They can't get me from it. That has nothing to do with my base. The zombies had tunneled under here earlier, but I just filled the whole thing up with concrete, so I have a real bad urge to jump out there and repair it real quick, and then jump back in the base. Easy peasy, easy peasy, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Which, if you've seen, what is it, Kill Bill Volume 2? Is the actor's name Bill Madsen? But Bill's brother, he plays Bill's brother. He says that easy peasy lemon squeezy, something like that. Alright, so anyway, let's get up to the main base. It is getting better. Just want to show some updates. I'll deal with whoever is trapped in the pit later. I hate the way they're so loud. They sound like they're right next to you, even though they can be like in a hole in the ground like 30 miles away. Alright, let's get out some ordnance, which we're definitely working on our ammo stash. If we look here, we're making concrete blocks, because this is what I was talking about earlier, the runway project for the gyrocopter. And this is the ammo, the bullets that I have in queue. So, that being said, Sean, let's get some stuff. Let's get another thing of bullets, I guess. I don't like using bullets too much during Horde Night, because bombs are just way cheaper and easier to make and use. Let's turn everything on. See if we can get our thing going here. Nope, it popped up. It popped up. Alright, there he goes. Alright, let's put our copter up. Get some bombs out. Is there anybody still in there? It's hard to tell. No. Wonder where are they tonight? They probably found somewhere to dig. That's another reason why I kind of didn't want to just start the video with only the blood moon, because it's like the more you build, the sillier the zombies act. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like, I guess the devs program it to where they think that it'll change the zombie behavior or whatever, but it's kind of like they just go from like trying to fight you to just like digging holes and being trapped in like the holes in the ground and stuff. Damn, it's taking a lot of bombs to kill that guy. Oh, there he goes. Finally, it's happening to me. But on the other hand, every blood moon they spend like, digging holes or whatever means I don't have to spend up resources, and that means when it's not it's not horde night, I don't have to go. It's like I can spend more time doing things I want to do, like working on projects or whatever, instead of like having to mine or rebuild, you know. Then people doing damage to the bridge, which is annoying. Stop that. I don't even know if there's anybody down there. Bombing it just in case. No, there's not even anyone down there. Yeah, it just sounds like rock beating. So I guess in the morning what I'm going to do is find the hole that they've dug or whatever. Oh, there's a candidate. There's a candidate. Find the hole that they've dug and then just mow them down with the machine. Whatever stragglers or bums are left in the ditch, just mow them down with the machine gun and, you know, clear that area, fill it up with cement. And then I have to think of another place to go to for the next night. I do wish the zombies were more head on though. It's like, but I mean, I'm not trying to knock the devs though, because that's a difficult thing to do. Like, how do you have the zombies just not be stupid and rush forward? But also, how do you have them not be, you know, so smart, quote unquote, that they're ineffective? You know what I mean? It's kind of like if the blood moon is just them trying to dig a tunnel, you know. And kind of like the pathing is weird too. It's like they want the zombies to avoid traps and things like that, but it's kind of like if they're zombies, why would they care about traps, you know, or care for their life or their safety? They just rush, you know. It's kind of like it goes against the zombie mentality. And it's kind of like the reason they're not coming on this bridge is because they're afraid it's some kind of trap. They won't cross these man-made areas. They won't cross the bridge. All they want to do is just try to dig their own way that they can trust. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, you can trust the way that you dig, but all you did was dig a hole down to the bedrock of the game where you can't change anything or do anything. So, and it's not like it's creating a problem for me, like it's compromising my base in a way. Like I don't have to fill those holes that they dig. I just do that just because I think, well, number one, in a way, you kind of want to not stuff like let the stuff decay around you or whatever. And the other thing is, it's like when they do dig a hole, that just lets me make the what's underneath my base be sitting on stronger material than dirt and rocks. Because when they clear out the dirt and they clear out the stones, I can replace those missing pieces with concrete blocks. So it helps me in the long run for them to dig holes, but it does make for a kind of a lackluster Blood Moon. And it's like I'm definitely not going to be silly enough to run outside the base or do some kind of stupid risk just to make things more exciting, you know. I think they're there. And see, it sounds like they're right on the base, but it's kind of like they could be directly underneath, but they're underneath like 500 feet below, like in like a dirt cave or whatever. And the base is so wide, and it has supports underneath it. It's not gonna collapse just by them digging around a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like both strategies for the zombies are kind of lame. But at least rather than try to rush towards me or something, than them try to dig a tunnel or whatever. So that being said, since none of them seem inclined to be appearing on the surface anymore tonight, I'm gonna go up top and get stuff done. I mean, they don't even send the birds anymore. Like, okay, so the zombies can't get to me. They can't send the zombie vultures to attack me. It's almost as if the zombies gave up. Alright, so, oh yeah, I forgot I planted this. Let's see, is it mature? Oh yeah, it's mature. Okay, so my main farm is where I'm going and stuff, because one thing I like doing in the end game is a lot of cooking recipes. Like, it's kind of like in the beginning, I've focused all my perks on survival, you know, drinking water, eating, getting food, farming, defense, that kind of stuff. So now though that I don't have to worry so much about okay, it's just a red haze in general. It looks like when you turn the flashlight on, there's like this red ring around the screen because in the middle is bright, it's lighter because of the flashlight, but then it's red around the edges. It makes it look like in other video games you have really low health. So for a second I'm thinking, wait a minute, am I dying some kind of way? So I pause to check to see if I'm dying. No, I'm not dying. It just looks that way because it's horde night. Day is freaky though. So anyway, but yeah, now that I'm not worried, you know, about day-to-day survival or just getting by or whatever, I find it pretty cool that, you know, now that I can focus on other stuff, the cooking is really cool. Like making the different recipes and having the different things to eat. It's weird, it's odd how, yes, it's just a video game, you're not eating the stuff you like, but it's kind of like, wherever you are, you want to do the same, I believe. Kind of like if you were in the Matrix. In fact, in the Matrix, oops, oh wait, oops, there's a growing, they're not ready yet. No. What are they, pumpkin? That was a pumpkin seed. But like in the Matrix, the first movie, Morpheus, played by Lawrence Fishburne, was talking to Neo, played by Keanu Reeves, and he had just brought him into like a load program because they had freed him from the Matrix, but he was like training them and teaching them about the Matrix, and they were like in some kind of loading program, and he was like, "Oh, how could I be in a digital world?" And he was like, "Well, check out your appearance. Your hair is different. Your clothes are different. You know." And he looked at himself. He was like, "Oh, wow, I look. You know, I'm not naked, bald, all these holes and tubes and stuff, ports and stuff in my body. You know, I got my regular hair, regular clothes, blah, blah, blah." And he was like, "This is what we call your residual self-image. This is what you think or what you imagine yourself to look like, you know, under any given circumstance or whatever. You know, like, and I think that's the same thing with video games. It's like, yeah, this is fake stuff, but do you want to just eat like bread every day or whatever? It's kind of like part of the game is like, he's like, you want to do just as well in the game as you do in life. And in life, I do like a variety of foods. You know, like eating different stuff. So it's like, why in the game only eat like bread or whatever? Plus, they to make it more meaningful. You know, the different foods have different stats and do different things. And I think there's a good balance of what they make it so like there's I mean, yeah, there's the superfoods or whatever. Like I have the tuna toast melt here, gives you mega food and mega stamina. But I mean, there's other reasons to eat other stuff too. Cause I mean, sometimes you don't have room for this. Like now, since it gives me 90 food and it gives, you know, 45 health, I don't really need that much food because I'm only at 137. So what do I need? 63. I have room for 63 food. So this will fit. The steak and potatoes will fit. But if I eat the tuna fish gravy toast, that's just kind of like wasting it. So alright, let's go downstairs, and I don't want to waste by planting something that when I need other stuff that's more important. So let's go downstairs and check. I think what they sound really loud around this area, but I don't see them. I think what they've done is they broke a hole through the fence, like maybe around here somewhere. They fell into the pit that I have dug that you can't see off screen, just below this, you know, behind the fence. And they dug like towards this way under the ground. I think that's what's happening. That's why I hear them. I hear them but can't see them. And it's in this like local area. Which to me, I'm thinking, well, how are the zombies pathing? It's like digging around down here and over here isn't gonna get me when like I'm over here. There was even less. I think because I had the bridge up when the Horde Night started, the zombies automatically picked to go somewhere else. And then, because there's even less going on here than, I can't believe there's even less going on, less activity tonight, at least over the bridge, than there was last week. And I think it's because they do make a choice when the night starts, whether they're going to come after you or whether they're going to do something else. And if one way is blocked, it's automatically pick the other thing and just stick with that. So anyway, shut all the doors to the outside. Let's see what we got. We're not cooking anything. I got water. What do I want to make? mushrooms are maturing. Let's see, got hobo stew. I kind of want one of everything. Chili dog, fish tacos. Let's drink coffee. If I can drink 2 coffees. And it sounds like they're like right underneath this pavement, or they're right outside the door, but it's not even close to where they are. Let's put up other stuff. Let's put up, now I think about it, let's do this. Bullet. Oh, we got some candles. Dislike those things. They're one of my least favorite enemies, not because they're powerful or anything. Their jumping ability is kind of dumb because they can't jump up high. They can only jump like horizontally, and then they don't do that much damage. They're my least favorite, one of my least favorite enemies because they're so noisy. Hey, I like the double tap rule. Okay, so I guess they realized that the tunneling wasn't the most effective thing. Okay, so now what? What do I want to cook? I don't have all the recipes. You got baked potatoes. Okay, now I'm going to be active. Now that I've chosen peace and I want to just be a chef, now they're like, oh, let's go storm the gate. Oh, there's some loot. Let's kill this person. Now let's turn off the electricity this time. Probably down underneath the surface, down on the rocks. And it's kind of like they're really good at digging down and around. I don't understand why the zombies are programmed to like tunnel. It's like they were really, really good at making a way up. Then yeah, but they're not. They just when I go down there in the morning, it's gonna be like it's gonna go horizontal. It's gonna dip down a little bit. Then it's gonna come up a little bit, but it's still not enough to breach like the surface or whatever. So it's like, and then once again, when they breach the surface, that only puts them back where they started in the beginning of the game. They spawn on the surface, so why dig down just to try to dig back up to where you started? I don't know. But hey, I didn't program the game, I just play it. Thought I saw something that needed repair. Yeah, that's what happened. I could hear them real good down there. They dug in through the side here, and then they tunneled, and then they're like down underneath the mountain somewhere. Well, that is the morning bell. Let's check out what they got going on. Trying to make sure I don't have any extra tabs open on my PC. Let's see, just turn off the electricity. Alright, it's off. No one gets shot. The bridge is down, so that's good. Let's go down here with the machine gun. Yep, see, they broke in through the side here. They went in that hole. And they're down. I'm not even going to probably go down in there, honestly. I don't even hear enough guys to make it worth it. This is almost like just fill up the bricks and then let them... Yeah, like, I'm not even gonna go look for them because it's not even. Oh, the bridge is being decayed. What do I need? Forged iron. They are tearing the bridge, and once again, they sound close, but I highly doubt they're even 2 layers beneath my feet. Get some steels, repair that bridge real quick. In fact, let's get mechanical parts and electrical parts just in case. Because sometimes when you pick to repair something, it'll show you one thing that you're missing, but not all the things that you're missing. And then you wind up having to backtrack a bunch of times to fix something, and that's not something I want to keep doing. I'm going to bring some forged steel just in case, plus there's a lot of stuff that I can repair out there. Mechanical parts, electrical parts, forged steel, forged iron. They might need like springs or something. Oh no, this weird forged iron. Okay, well, hey, I can clean it. Oh wait, maybe they are right here. Alright. Nothing to write home about. But hey, that's another week survived, another week towards my goal of 100 weeks survived without dying. So anyway, I've been your host, Sword. I appreciate y'all being here and watching. Stay tuned for the next episode and take care of yourselves in your own game if you're playing. I just want to restate what I said in the beginning of the video. You need to not ever get complacent and let your guard down, no matter how much your base is built up or how strong you become. You don't want to play AFK, just turn the game on and let the time run, because that's not living, that's not surviving. And number two, you want to enjoy the game and be active and like do stuff. You want to play it for a purpose. When you turn it on, you want to have a goal in mind or a purpose. You know what I mean, to keep yourself motivated and keep yourself active. So, those things being said, thank you for watching, and you have a great day.